Hello everyone, this is Heading again. Today in this video, we are learning 1.6 other types of equations. In previous videos, we have learned many ways to solve for the equation, solve for the x. And I think in 1.5, we have learned the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Normally, we will have the power the greatest power is 2. Now, if the greatest power or the order, the greatest power means the order of the polynomial is not 2, is 3 or 4 or 5 or more than that or 1/2. So what method I should use? So we are following 5 steps. First one, set the equation equal to 0. At least a term from highest to lowest. That means move everybody to one side of the equation. And the first term carries, or first term's variable carries the most power. For example, the first term is 5x to the fourth. Next term is minus 2x cubed, then minus x plus 2. Equal to 0. So all the terms, they are on one side of the equation, and this is descending order. The first term carries the highest power and then lowest power. Second, factor out the GCF. Third, factor what remains. Note, if the polynomial has 4 terms, what should we do? 4 terms, we do first 2, last 2 group factoring. Number 4, apply the zero product principle, setting each factor containing a variable equal to 0. Number 5, solve the equations in step 4. Let's see some examples. The first one, we have 2 terms. We can factor out the GCF. The GCF, we can start from the numbers 3 and 48. 3, 48. 3 is 3 times 1, but 48. 48 equals 3 times 16. So 3x to the fourth minus 3 times 16 times x squared equal to 0. The GCF from the numbers is 3. And the GCF from variables, x to the fourth, x squared. That is x squared because x squared carries the lowest power. So we can factor out the 3x squared. Then we have, because we know x to the fourth equals x times x times x times x. I factor out these two x, I have x times x, that is x squared. Minus 16 equals to 0. Are we done? No, because this is the x squared minus 16, that's x squared minus 4 squared. That's the conjugate formula. So 3x squared times x squared minus 4 squared equals 0. 3x squared equals x plus 4, then x minus 4 equals 0. Then, how many factors do I have? You can say this is a factor, this is factor, this is a factor. So set each factor equal to 0, 3x squared equal to 0, x plus 4 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0. I need some space. Okay, let's use the space here. So solve the first equation, 3x squared equal to 0, I can divide it by 3 both sides. So 0 over 3, that's 0. X squared equal to 0. Square root both sides. X equals square root of positive or negative square root 0. Square root 0 is 0. X equal to 0. And second equation, x plus 4 equal to 0. So subtract the 4 both sides, x equals negative 4. The next equation, x minus 4 equal to 0. Add 4 both sides, x equals 4. We have 3 solutions, 0, negative 4, positive 4. Let's see next example. I must clear all of this area. Okay. Are they all, so number 3, are they all on one side of the equation? If they are not, we must move everybody to one side and make sure you have the positive leading term. Leading term means the term which the variable has the highest power. So 3x cubed must be positive. That means we need to move these two terms to another side by changing their sign. Or you say, I can subtract 12x and subtract 8. Yes, you can also use your method. If we move them to another side, keep the left-hand side, 3x cubed plus 2x squared, then minus 12x minus 8 equals 0. How many terms do we have in this polynomial? We have 4 terms. We do the group factoring. First 2, last 2. From the first 2, what is the GCF from the first 2? 3, 2, nothing in common, no common factor. So we can only focus on the variables, x. I can factor out the x squared. X squared, we have 3x plus 2. Then minus, so from negative 12, or from 12 and 8, what is the GCF? We know that 12 equals 4 times 3, and 8 equals 4 times 2. That means GCF is 4. We factor out the negative 4. Why? We are creating 3x plus 2. So we must factor out the negative 4. So negative 4, 3x. If you factor out the negative 4 from negative 8, you have positive 2 left. Equals 0. Factor out the GCF. 3x plus 2, x squared minus 4. We're not done because the second part is x squared minus 4. That's the a squared minus b squared. That's conjugate one. A plus b, a minus b. Let me box it. So let's continue to factor this, the second part. 3x plus 2 times x plus 2, x minus 2 equals 0. So set each factor equal to 0. I have 3 equations. 3x plus 2 equal to 0. X plus 2 equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0. We subtract the 2 both sides. 3x equals negative 2 divided by 3. X equals negative 2 over 3. And the second equation, subtract 2, x equals negative 2. And the third equation, x equals 2, because you're adding 2 both sides. We have 3 solutions. Let's see number 7. I think we don't have enough space for number 7. Let's make some more space. Okay. So are they all on one side of the equation? No, we must move everybody to one side of the equation. So positive, you do it by yourself. So make sure you have the positive leading term. So we need to move these two to another side by changing the sign. 4 times y cubed, then minus 2, and then minus y, plus 8y squared, because here y is positive. When you move it to another side, it's negative. Here is negative. When you move it, become positive. Reorder them in the descending order. So first one carries the most power, second one, third one, and last one, right? So 4y cubed plus 8y squared minus y minus 2 equals 0. And do group factoring because we have 4 terms here. From the number part, 4 and 8, we can factor out the 4. And from the variable y, we can factor out the y squared. We have y plus 2. The last two, I can factor out the negative one. We can get a y plus 2 equals 0. Now factor out the GCF, y plus 2 times 4y squared minus 1. Is the second part we can use conjugate formula? Yes, because we know that 1 is 1 squared. 4y squared, that is 2y squared minus 1 squared. Is that a squared minus b squared? Yes. So y minus 2 times 2y plus 1, 2y minus 1. Now we can set each equation equal to 0. Oh, sorry, each factor equal to 0. Y minus 2 equal to 0. 2y plus 1 equal to 0. 2y minus 1 equals 0. Let's solve these three equations. So from the first one, we can add to both sides. Y equals 2. Second one, 2y plus 1 equals 0. I can subtract 1 both sides. 2y equals negative 1 divided by 2. Y equals negative 1/2. The third equation, 2y minus 1 equals 0, plus 1 both sides. 2y equals negative 1. So you can divide it by 2 both sides. We have y equals negative 1/2. Negative again. Let's see what happened. Oh, here. If you add 1 both sides, another side also add 1. So positive 1 over 2. The solution from this side is positive 1/2. We have 3 solutions: 2, negative 1/2, positive 1/2. Okay, let's see next part, solving radical equations containing nth root. So you're having the root in the equation. The first step, if necessary, arrange terms so that one radical is isolated on one side of the equation. Okay, so isolate the radical sign and then move other terms to another side. I can use a star to represent the other terms. Second, raise both sides of the equation to the nth power to eliminate the isolated nth root. Third, solve the resulting equation if the equation still contains radicals. Repeated step 1 and 2. Number 4, most important point, check all proposed solution in the original equation. This one is very important because in previous examples, we didn't check the solution. But this part, if you don't check, maybe that's not the solution for the real solution, actual solution for the equation. Let's see the first one. Isolate the radical sign, radical part. So we need to get everything away. So move the negative 4 to another side, or you can add 4 both sides. So we have square root of y plus 7 equals, so 4, when you move the negative 4 to another side, I have 4 plus 4, right? So 4 plus 4 is 8. The second step, square both sides, then I can get rid of the radical sign, right? Square root squared canceled. We have y plus 7 equals 8 squared, that's 64. And subtract the 7 both sides, y equals 64 minus 7, that is 57. Is that the solution? We need to check. How to check? Check. Put it back to the equation. It's a little messy here. So we can say the left-hand side equals square root of, plug in the y equals 57. We have 57 plus 7, and then minus 4. This is the left-hand side. square root of 64 minus 4. Square root of 64, is that 8 squared minus 4? So square root and square canceled. We have 8 minus 4. That is 4. Is the 4 equals the right-hand side? 4? Yes, equals right-hand side. Yes, we checked the answer. So the solution is the solution equals 57. Okay, let's see next example. Square root of x plus 2. So the radical sign, the radical part is isolated. Next step, we square both sides. We have x plus 2 equals 16. So subtract the 2 both sides. X equals 14. We need to check our solution. We need to plug it in the left-hand side, right? So the left-hand side equals square root of 14 plus 2. 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 is 4 squared. That is 4. Is the 4 equals the right-hand side? Negative 4? No. So there's no solution. You put no solution. Or you can put empty set 5. So this one has no solutions. So, or no real solution, real number solution. So let's see next example, number 11. So first we need to isolate the radical part. Yes, it is isolated. And square both sides, get rid of the square root. You can square both sides. 3x plus 18 equals x squared. I can't solve for the x from this step, but I know that I can use AC method, A&M method, or a quadratic formula to solve for the x. We need to move all the term or everybody to one side. Keep the positive leading term. Now, what is the leading term? Yes, x squared. So move other terms to the leading term part. So when you move them, you need to change the sign, x squared. Then you have minus 3x minus 18. So what method are we using? I think we can use the A&M method because, because the leading coefficient is 1. Let's try this carefully. Leading coefficient is 1. So we can use A&M method. So here is A, here is M. M is negative 18. Then find two factors. The sum of the factor is negative 3. I can say they are 3 and 6. And 6 is negative. So the sum 3 and negative 6 is negative 3. We have x plus 3, x minus 6. Why I said the multiplication equals 0, I didn't put the 0 here because this is the equation. So 0 equals all of them. That also means all of this part equals 0. So I switch the position from the equation to sides of the equation. So I can say all of them equal to 0. And the first factor equal to 0, x plus 3 equal to 0. Second equation equals 0. And solve them, x equals negative 3, x equals 6. We need to check. When x equals negative 3, I need to clear my equation. The left-hand side equals square root of 3 times negative 3 plus 18. What is that? Is that the negative 9 plus 18 is square root of 9? Is that 3? Yes. And the right-hand side is also, is that 3? No, sorry. So they are not equal. So x equals -3 is not our solution. We can't keep this one. No. And how about x equals 6? The left-hand side equals square root of 3 times +6 plus 18. What is that? Is 18 plus 18 is 36. 36 is 6. Is that equal to the right-hand side? The x part is 6. Yes. So we have one solution, x equals 6. X equals 6. You can also write them into this notation. X is in the real number system, or you put them in the set notation, just a list of the 6 in the set. Okay, let's see next example. We need to isolate the radical part. Yes, it's isolated, and square both sides. Get rid of the radical sign. So x plus 3 equals x minus 3 squared. So we need to combine the like terms. We must expand the x minus 3 squared, or FOIL the x minus 3 squared. So x plus 3 equals. So we have learned the perfect square examples, perfect square formulas. We have learned a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared equals a plus or minus b squared. If we have this part, can you find the expanded form of the x plus b squared? Yes, we can. That's a squared plus 2ab. Or you can do this, x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 3. And then you distribute the first term, then distribute the second term. X plus 3 equals, so if I distribute that, I have x squared minus 3x plus 9. Combine like terms, x plus 3 equals x, make it big, x minus 6x plus 9. And then move, don't forget you have a squared here, and then move all the term to one side, set the equation equal to 0. Make sure you have the positive leading term. So I must move these two to another side. 0 equals x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus x minus 3. These two, they are the like terms. And these two, they are like terms. Let's combine like terms. 0 equals x squared minus 7x and plus 6. So how to solve this? Let me clear this part. Make it easy. Make it make the space clean and nice. Okay, we have x squared minus 7x plus 6. We can use A and M method because leading coefficient is 1. Here is A, here is M. M is multiplication of 2 factors. So find 2 factors that multiplication is positive 6 and the addition is negative 7. They are both negative. So -1, -6. Addition of them is -7. Multiplication is -6, positive 6, sorry. So x minus 1, x minus 6. So solve the 2 equations, x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 6 equals 0. X equals 1, x equals 6. So next step, we need to check. Let me clear this area. And how to check? Also clear this area. Plug it into the equation. When the x equals +1, then the left-hand side equals 1 plus 3, that's square root of 4. That is 2. Is that equals right-hand side? Right-hand side now is, you see x minus 3, x is 1, 1 minus 3 equals -2. Is 2 equals -2? No, not my solution. You can say that, not my solution. And check x equals 6. Left-hand side equals square root of 6 plus 3, because here is the left-hand side, right? Okay, let me box it. Use different color. Plug it back into the original equation. This one equals square root of 9. This is 3. And how about the left-hand side? Right-hand side. Is that equal to right-hand side? Oh, remember, you must say, oh. Right-hand side is not equal to left-hand side. And now let's see if left-hand side equals right-hand side. Right-hand side is 6 minus 3. Is that 3? Yes, they are same. So we have only one solution, x equals 6. Okay, let's see number 19. That's the last question of chapter 1.6. So first step, isolate the radical part. So we need to move the 8 to another side. I can add 8 both sides, or you move 8 to make a +8 on the right-hand side. We have square root of 2x plus 19 equals x plus 8. Then square both sides. We have 2x plus 19 equals x plus 8 squared. From this step, we can expand it. We can use x plus 8 times x plus 8. So 2x plus 19 equals x squared plus 8x plus 8x plus 64. And combine like terms, combine these two, 2x plus 19 equals x squared plus 16 plus 16x plus 64. And make the equation equal to 0, subtract the 2x, subtract the 19, or move them to another side. We have here 0, x squared plus 16x plus 64 minus 2x minus 19. 0 equals x squared, combine like terms, plus 14x, then minus 45. Okay, let's factor this trinomial. We have 3 terms, and leading coefficient is 1, so we are using A&M method. Why we have so many A&M method? Okay, so multiplication of 2 factors is -45. Find the 2 factors. Addition is 14. So what are they? One is 5, one is 9. So one, let me check if there's something wrong. Yeah, I see here. 64 minus 19, that's positive 45. So we must have positive 45. So find the I found 2 factors that the multiplication is 5, addition is 14. So we can factor this trinomial, x plus 5 multiplied by x minus plus 9 Solve these two equations. Set the first factor equal to 0, x plus 5 equals 0, and x plus 9 equals 0. Subtract the 5 both sides for the first equation. X equals -5, x equals -9. Then we need to check our solution. Are they both the solution for the equation? Let's see. Check. When the x equals -5, the left-hand side equals square root of 2 times -5 plus 19 minus 8, because we need to plug them into the original equation. Okay, let's see. Is that equal to the x or equal to -5? Let's simplify the expression. 2 times -5 is -10. -10 plus 19, that's +9. +9 minus 8 is 3 minus 8. It is -5. Is -5 equals the right-hand side, which is x, which x is -5? Yes, they are. So this is the solution. How about another value of the x? Check the x equals -9. So the left-hand side equals square root of 2 times -9 plus 19 minus 8. Square root of 2 times -9 is -18. -18 plus 19 is 1. 1 square root of 1 is square root of 1 squared minus 8. That's 1 minus 8. It is -7. Is -7 equals the right-hand side? Right-hand side, now the x is -9. No, they are not. So I say not equal to. So false. We have only one solution, which is x equals -9. You can put this conclusion here, -5. Okay, we're done for this video. If you have any question, you contact me by email or visit my office hour. Okay, see you next video. Have a good one.